Hi guys, it's JD. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be showing you 4 different vegan breakfast recipes, so let's get straight into the video. Alrighty, these are just like 4 my go-to breakfasts. I think it's really easy to make breakfast food vegan, so I always try and do it. And yeah, these are just 4 recipes I eat a lot that are my favorites. Decided to share them with you guys. Hi guys, voiceover Jade here. Today we're making some chia pudding. So I'm taking 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, putting those in a bowl, and then I'm adding 2 tablespoons of almond milk and then 2 tablespoons of coconut milk to make it creamy, to add some flavor. I'm gonna give that a good stir, and then I added a splash of vanilla because we're fancy here. We're gonna add a little bit of flavor. That's a tiny bit, but it probably does something. So I let that sit for a while. It gets thick, maybe like 5-10 minutes. I also added some hemp seeds. It kind of helps thicken it up, gives me, some more omega-3s. Yeah, here's it getting nice and thick. Look at that texture. It could get thicker, but I wanted to eat it. This is great to put in the fridge, and it gets nice and thick if you leave it overnight. I'm topping this with some chopped up raspberries and blackberries, then some sliced banana, and I'm sprinkling some coconut flakes on there. And then I eat this basically so I can eat granola. That is the best granola from Trader Joe's. It's so good. The pecan praline one. Yeah, and then it's done. I had a lot of granola because I love that good crunch, and this granola is just so good. Yeah, we know. I put this in every video because I literally drink this every day. So I'm putting a banana in the blender, some ice, a dash of cinnamon, then half a tablespoon, a tablespoonish, depends on the day, of cocoa powder, some protein powder, and the glob of peanut butter. I also add peanut butter powder, but I was out. And then I just blend that up with some almond milk. Here I was running out of almond milk, but don't worry guys, got some more, added it in there. Yeah, blended it up, poured it in a cup. I'm convinced it tastes better through a straw, but also sometimes I'll put it in a blender bottle and it still tastes good if I have to sip it like a normal person. Yeah, that's it, all done. Wow, this video is going by so quick. Alright, next recipe, baked oats. So starting with half a banana, I'm putting that in my little oven-safe dish, mashing that up. Then I'm adding a pinch of salt, back at it with a dash of cinnamon and a splash of vanilla. Give that a little mix, and then I'm starting with my seeds. Oh, just kidding. I go with peanut butter first. Give that a mix, maybe a tablespoon too. Then my seeds, about a tablespoon of hemp seeds and chia seeds. I just pour it in until it looks good, but I've measured it pour. It's like a tablespoon. So yeah, pour that in there, give that a mix. I like to mix everything before I add the oats, because then there's not chunks in the way, So yeah, add half a cup of almond milk, and then I add a little splash extra, just because the seeds are going to kind of soak up some of that, and I don't want my oats to be too dry. And it is crucial that you spill almond milk everywhere, and give that a good mix. Try and get those lumps out, get everything one consistency. Then the star of the show, half a cup of oats. I like quick oats or minute oats because I like the texture better. Then the real star, you guys, is the chalky chips. You gotta add those chalky chips in there, make it good. You could just throw in your chocolate chips. I like to place them so that I know that every bite I'm practically gonna get some chocolate with it. And then once I place them out, I bury them and hide them in my oats. Somewhere during this, I've turned the oven on at 350. It doesn't need to be preheated when you put it in the oven. It's just oats. So I put it in at 350 for about 22-ish minutes. Then I take them out. I let them cool for a bit. It just needs a few minutes of cooling. And then I added some toppings. I don't always add toppings, but today I added some raspberries. And there is all completed and delicious. Only recipe that needed a vegan substitute, so I'm using the Bob's Red Mill Egg Replacer. I'm cutting this recipe in half so it only makes 4 waffles, so I'm measuring out half a tablespoon of the starch and mixing it with a tablespoon of water, so that's roughly half an egg. And then you just let it sit for a minute so it kind of thickens up. I'm adding a 1/4 cup of oil. I had the perfect amount. I didn't realize we were running out, but look at that. It fills up exactly to the top. So pour that in there. Then I added in a cup of Bisquick, and then this is where I'm estimating about half a cup of club soda plus half a third a cup, so a few tablespoons. Exact measurements and in the description box. Yeah, then just mixing that up. It starts to be a little thin, but as you let the batter sit for a few minutes, it thickens up. Then I just poured that in my waffle maker. You could do mini waffles. I prefer big waffles, and when I tell you, I've never cooked these better. These turned out beautiful. So golden brown, crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside. Sometimes I open the waffle maker too soon, so then like part gets stuck to the top and part gets stuck to the bottom, but I didn't. I let them sit and look at that. Oh my gosh. They just turned out, they turned out stunning. So yeah, there's my lovely waffles. The first waffle I ate, I covered this buddy with peanut butter, then I added some banana slices, and then of course, I had to top it off with syrup. Second waffle, I did a little halvesies moment. On half, I did peanut butter with raspberry jam. Raspberry jam is key because it is the most superior jam. Like other jams, jellies, preserves, don't compare. Then I just did a classic, just waffle with some maple syrup on the other half. Alrighty, that's all I gotta say. Voiceover JD is gonna dip. You can just see me eating these lovely waffles though. Alrighty guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below if you have any questions about any of the recipes. I've never done like a recipe video before, but I put directions and all measurements and things in the description box of this video. So if you have questions, comments, comment them down below. And yeah, if you make any of these, tell me and I'll see you guys in the next one.